I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass. They are dying to make a deal. Please, please, sir, make a deal. I'll do anything. I'll do anything, sir.
Yeah, let's get back to reality.
China is refusing to negotiate with President Trump on U.S. tariffs. In fact, the nation is taking the trade war to a new height. China is refusing to accept deliveries of Boeing jets. NBC's Janice Mackey-Frayer reports the move would not just be to blow to America's largest exporter, but also to the U.S. economy.
Now that's reality. Now let's see how the United States still have a fantasy.
China needs to make a deal with us. We don't have to make a deal with them. There's no difference between China and any other country except they are much larger.
Wait, what? Trump says we have to call him? Oh no, we are busy now. What? He says it is urgent? The ball is in our corner? Oh no. It doesn't work like that. The ball is in his corner. We are not going to do anything. Tell him I'm busy. I'm busy making all sorts of trade deals all over the world. Please like, share, follow, and also follow my YouTube so I can liberate you. I'm busy with all these beautiful other countries which we respect and who also give us mutual respect. That's what I'm busy with. Making all sorts of trade deals all over the world, going to Vietnam, Cambodia, Malaysia, etc. And we're having great deals. Oh, what? He said that other countries were lining up and begging for deals? It's very interesting. Can you tell me how many deals he actually made? Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, it's not going to happen, and the reason why is very simple. Why it's not going to happen? Because they're playing a totally different game. The game that Trump is playing is a capitalist game. The game that China is playing is a socialist game. And China understands them. Unfortunately, Americans do not understand the other way around, because Americans have been eating capitalism for such a long time that they believe that that is the only way that exists, while the people in China understands that there are other ways. Among one is socialism. And the difference, what is going on right now, is this. In the United States, everything is capital driven. So in his view, it is, oh, but maybe they will have less export, so less revenue. That is why they are forced to make a deal, because it is all about capital. While China, on the other hand, is saying, well, no, if we give in, then tomorrow they start again and want more and more. We lose sovereignty. We cannot protect our people anymore. We envision China in 1901, where all these nations, among one was the United States, invaded us and start looting everything that we had. So no, we can't do that. We are a socialist nation. What is more important in a socialist nation than capital? The people. The people are always number one. So if they are playing a game of protecting their people, then they can lose a little bit of revenue. And the reason why they can easily lose it, because it is also since 2008, when we had the big crash in the West, China decided to change its economy because it saw that the West wouldn't change, so another crash is inevitable. And they didn't want, to have a dip in their economy. So they changed their economy and changed it actually into a consumer market where they are more focused on services than actually manufacturing. They are also spending a lot of manufacturing outside now. So they now have a huge consumer market and also a huge service market. They have a 1.4 billion consumer market, a market that is in such a good shape that even some American companies do better in China than back at home. That is all going to change for the American companies, of course, but they are very much there earning a lot of money. Trade goes both ways. America itself, what does it really have to offer? Really not that much. A couple of chips, and that's about it. But the chips, as you all have noticed if you were following it, are being made a lot in China now, and they're having a breakthrough after breakthrough. And how come that they have that? It's because they are a socialist nation where the people are number one. They're building up from the ground all the way up. And that means that they have the best studied people now in the world. They can literally fill football fields with engineers and all these technical people. In the United States, you should be happy if you can fill a room. And that's a whole big difference. That is why China has breakthrough after breakthrough. That is why China is now the most technically advanced country in the world. There's no country that I know of where you can get your coffee and they will send it to you in the park with a drone, right? They have flying cars, self-driving cars, etc. It's insane. The United States has none of that. They don't even have a high-speed rail. So it's totally different than what is between reality and in their fantasy. China will never cede. They told them before. That is why they told them not to do it. They are willing to take the blow. The question is, are Americans prepared to take the blow? Because for one, you will not get those businesses back because you are isolating yourself from the rest of the world. For two, you have nothing to offer. And Americans, I understand that the school is very much lacking over there right now. You have been led to believe that he will bring the factories back and everything, right? So, okay, let me ask you a question. How long does it take to build a factory? And how long does it take to train the people to operate a factory? And how long does it take to have the whole line ready? You just don't do that in a couple of days. Especially not on the pace that America does it or any other nation in the West. Because we are extremely slow. At least 5 to 10 years. Just imagine you sitting there with a 245% tariffs on all your goods coming from China for the next 5 to 10 years. And probably, if he goes on like that, tomorrow it might even be 500%. But what will happen when you have all these tariffs? Well, the screws that you need for your assembly line to put it all together, they most likely are coming from China. And all of a sudden, that screw that might have cost like 1 cent, all of a sudden will cost you like $3.45, right? And if he goes on, it might even go up to $5, right? Or 5 cents. You just go and imagine how much more expensive everything is going to be. And all the time, what are you going to do? You have nothing to compete with on the world stage. Because all these products that you are competing with on the world stage, guess what? They were made in China. You're out competing yourself. You literally are fighting against your own economy now. Do Americans even understand this? Right? Let me tell you something. If these mics, right, are being sold by an American company and all of a sudden they need to be double in price, but before he had a really good deal, he could compete on the outside market, right, internationally. Now all of a sudden, when he imports it, he needs to pay 245% import taxes on it. How is he going to compete with other companies on the market? He could do it before because he was almighty and he could buy a lot and a lot more than any other country in the West, right? So that was the reason that he could compete with these microphones. But now he cannot. It's just a dead fish in the water. He cannot even sell it in his own country. See the problem here? You are literally destroying your own nation. I hope that Americans start to understand this. For China, it's no problem. Because, you know, they still have your bonds. You're actually paying them each and every month. You will not be able to afford to sell it. And that will force other nations also to dump everything. And when that happens, oh Lord, then it will be preferable to use the dollar as toilet sheets because it will not be worth anything anymore. Do you see the downward spiral that's going on? It's just unbelievable. And the propaganda that's being made, they need to phone us, we don't need them. Oh, okay, they don't need you either.
China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived.
Because for a socialist society, it is more important that the people are well off in the long run than a short-term capitalist gain. And that's the whole difference. They're not fighting for that money. They're fighting for their freedom. You are fighting for money. Money which you could have earned right now if you weren't having this whole idiotic trade war. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you all think of this. But please keep it respectful. We're not uncivilized barbarians. This was your favorite half Chinese. And as always, have a great day.